When did you come out?
I'm not out yet. I'm coming out next week, actually.
How old are you?
I've just turned 60.
What is your relationship with your family right now?
Well, I'm very good. I'm very close. Obviously, I'm dad. I'm granddad as well. And I've been married a long time.
How are you feeling?
I feel like
On
me.
hormones.
Oh, I feel me. I feel me now at home. In the 70s, you could not do anything about it because it's not like now. It was like, it was naughty.
You know, you just told us you've been dressing up since you were 11, so it's been always in you.
I'm a huge Chelsea fan.
Chelsea fan.
You've got to be honest to yourself. You've got to be true to yourself. You've got one life. You've got to live it and be happy authentically. Live your life authentically.
When was the moment when you realized I'm not a cross-dresser, I'm a trans woman? YouTube's algorithm is always changing. So if you've just discovered our podcast and something here resonates with you, you should not only subscribe now, but turn on notifications too, so you do not miss future episodes. Some of these conversations have already changed people's lives, and they might change yours too. Hello everyone, welcome back to Trans Crush, the podcast where we expose everything they never told you about us. I'm your host Pavie, and my guest today is Daisy. Hi Daisy.
Hiya.
Welcome to Trans Crush.
Pleased to be here.
Thank you so much for accepting my invitation and coming to the show. I'm so excited to get to know you and hear your story. So let's crush it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Okay, let's start with our traditional question. What makes you happy, Daisy?
What makes me happy? Being me. I just enjoy being me. That's what makes me happy. And this.
When did you come out?
I'm not out yet. I'm coming out next week, actually.
Next week.
Next week, yes.
That's very big because I don't think we've ever had anyone on the show that wouldn't be officially out yet. So that's a big deal.
Oh, yeah, it's a very big deal.
How are you feeling?
Apprehensive, because obviously anyone who's coming out at my age would feel apprehensive. I've got to tell the family, and then everyone else will know. But it is what it is. I've got to do what I've got to do.
How old are you?
I've just turned 60.
60.
60.
Wow. Are you feeling nervous, excited?
Bit of both, really. Obviously, I'm nervous about coming out, and I'm aware of the consequences that it may cause. But I've got to do it.
You're gonna do it.
I've got to do it. It's me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can-
What is your relationship with your family right now?
Well, I'm very good. I'm very close. Obviously, I'm dad. I'm granddad as well. And I've been married a long time. So I've got a really close relationship with my family. That's really, really, really good. And I'm especially close to my middle child, my youngest daughter, who has texted me and asked me what's going on because I've physically changed a lot in the past year and gave up habits. And oddly enough, she messaged and said, even if you're becoming a woman, I will support you. I still love you.
She said it just out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, by text. I've got it on my phone and a couple of my friends have seen it, yes.
And how did it make you feel?
Very happy. I actually cried. Brought really tears to my eyes because I love my kids, and that's probably with what I do. It's probably the biggest fear: losing your children, you're losing your family, really. But now I know. So,
yeah, we've had guests on the show previously who said that sometimes it has been challenging with their family, especially when they're having kids or wives, and then they came out and there might be rejection, there might be support. You never know what's going to happen, right? So I honestly, being with you here today and talking about that and knowing that you're going to come out next week is incredibly brave. I've come out myself, but I think your case is extra different because you had did you say you have 3 children?
and 3 grandchildren.
3 children, 3 grandchildren. Are you still with your wife?
Yes.
Yeah. And what is she thinking? Does she have any
Do you know what?
expectations? Does she have any like concerns, doubts?
I got a funny feeling that she knows, because I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost over 3 stone, which is over like 40 kilos, yeah? Or no, 30, 40, 20 kilos. And I've lost that. I've had a bit of work done. I've had my teeth done. I'm clean shaven. Yeah, all over, basically. My legs.
Good to know.
And before Christmas, I said I want to get my ears pierced again, because I had my ears pierced when I was younger.
Right.
And the thing she said, she goes, at first she said, "Are you going?" I went, "Well, no." She goes, "Anyone think you're transitioning?" And I turned around, because I joke a lot, I do laugh a lot. And I said, "Maybe." Right, 'cause I didn't want to come out before Christmas, because I obviously didn't want to spoil the family Christmas. And yeah, I've got a funny feeling she knows. It's obvious, really.
And have you started medical transition yet?
I have, yes. I started that in August.
August last year.
Yeah, August last year, yeah.
And how are you feeling?
I feel like
On
me.
hormones?
Oh, I feel me. I feel me now. I feel at home. 5 months in, obviously my body started to change. I'm started to develop. Breast, my body, my brain, really.
Brain?
Everything changes. Yeah, everything changes your head, doesn't it? You're still the same person, but you're a little bit more empathetic. The highs are higher. The lowers are lower. Yeah, and you feel it more. You can cry at silly movies.
Yeah.
I watched Mamma Mia the other week, and I started crying.
I love that movie.
Oh, I'm a big ABBA fan. I couldn't admit it when I was younger, because, like, obviously it was very camp. Wasn't ABBA very camp? But they were one of my favourite bands. And yeah, Mamma Mia, I cried at The Winner Takes It All in the movie. It was so sad, so good. I started to get a little bit emotional, a little bit of aware who I am. But I'm really comfortable with it. I'm really happy. I'm changing. My face, my skin, my face. Yeah.
And it's gonna get better.
Oh, I know. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the results of HRT are truly remarkable, and especially in the beginning of the transition, the changes, you can see the changes so fast, month by month. It's really exciting.
Because I'm feeling it. If anyone's watching this and can see me on social media, they'll see that I've changed a hell of a lot. Even went from sparkle in the summer. Someone pointed it out. My cheeks are out. I've got cheekbones. My skin's really soft. My features are soft, and yeah, I'm just totally different. I'm the same person, but different. If you get what I mean, I'm softer.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've been there.
I know.
Yeah, but so you feel emotional changes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Physical changes, mood swings, or not really?
No, because I'm a really happy person. I'm always laughing, always smiling. At first, when I first started HRT, I was put on. I'm on estrogel. Yeah, I'm 4 pumps a day, and they put me on cyproterone. And after a month, it made me really depressive. And I was crying bad, but I was down low. So I got taken off that. They come out for a week, and then was prescribed spirolactone. I'm on 150 milligrams of that. And you know what? It's been brilliant since. I've been absolutely back to myself. Anyone, my friends, Maya, Lisa, Jodie, and they'll all tell you, and Sarah, they'll all tell you, they go, Daisy's the happy one. I'm probably on the spectrum, ADHD spectrum, but I'm always happy, always laughing, always smiling. And that's me. But that's how I've lived my life anyway.
Have you always been like that? Or what's your secret to a happy life or happy attitude?
I've always been like it. Since a child, it's really funny, because I was at my friend's 60th meal on Saturday, and he said, "You're the happiest person I've ever met in my life." He said, "I just can't believe how happy you are." And he said, "You've always been like it." He said, "It's just unreal. You've been like it since a child." And I don't know, it's really nice to have that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad loved me, obviously, but he wanted a girl. and he didn't take much notice of me, so he hit me. My dad hit me with a belt, beat me. In the 70s, you could not do anything about it because it's not like now. It was like it was naughty.
How old was this person who raped you?
Same age as me.
Same age like you. So let's go back to where it all started, back to your childhood. Do you have any memories of you maybe dressing up or might feeling that I might be a woman in your early age?
Yeah, of course I did. When I was young, when I was about 8, 9, I realised what I was, basically. Not actually, didn't know what it was. I realised should have been a girl. Mm-hmm. And my mum and dad, because they had, my mum was lovely at me. I wouldn't say when she loved me. And my dad loved me, obviously, but he wanted a girl. Mm-hmm. And he didn't take much notice of me, so he hit me. My dad hit me with a belt, beat me. Till I was about 13, didn't talk to me properly because I wasn't a girl. Anyway, in 1977, it was a Silver Jubilee. I had my first chance to be me, and I got convinced two friends to dress up as Charlie's Angels at the Queen's Silver Jubilee. And of course, I was Farrah Fawcett Majors because she was the most glamorous, curly hair. Absolutely, I loved Farrah. She was stunning. And that was me. So I got myself a top. I had a top skirt up my neighbours, and I was in my element. I was me, and that's when I first absolutely done it in public. I was really happy. Mm-hmm. I had curly hair, natural curly hair, and I looked the part. Mm-hmm. My hair was quite long, not as long as Farrah's, but I done it with long hair. I don't know if there's a photo about it somewhere. We probably look ridiculous now, but at the time I thought it was so great.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, loved it.
How old were you that time?
When was
you first dressing up?
Summer of 77. I was 11 and a half.
Mm-hmm. And did your parents see you?
Yeah.
And how was their reaction?
Well, they thought I was just having fun because back then...
Dressing up,
yeah. Back then it was just like...
Fun,
yeah. I was with two of my mates, two of my friends, but I can't believe I convinced them. One of them's died now, God bless his soul, but it was so much fun. Everyone was laughing, everyone thought it was funny. I was like, because there was at the time when I had that Les Dawson sort of like laugh, oh, look at their dressed as women, oh great, and that was the time, that's what they thought it was, but it obviously wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then what was next?
What was next? Well, what was next was started borrowing my mum's clothes. Mm-hmm. But I was as tall as her when I was about 11 because she was 5 foot. Yeah, so I used to use her clothes. Now I could do till I was about 5'4", and till I was about 12. Then they used to do jumble sales and all that. Like
jumbo sales.
Jumble sales is like a boot sale or
car boot sale.
Yeah, or it's like having a charity shop and selling clothes on there.
Right.
And I used to look at them and I used to grab the skirts and hide them, stash them and use that. I also, like I said, used to come home from school and for half hour in dinner, 45 minutes in dinner time, dress up, put a bit of makeup on, felt me. It was great. Mm. But then obviously I had to stop a little bit because...
At what age?
I didn't stop cross-dressing. Because I think most transgender women start off as cross-dressers, right? But I knew what I was. I knew when I see, there's a program in 1978-79. It's called Change of Sex with Julia Grant. It's on BBC One, I think, BBC One, BBC Two. That was the first time I see someone who was transgender, and I went, "That's me." But in the 70s, you could not do anything about it because it's not like now. It was like it was naughty.
There was no representation.
Yeah, no representation in the media. There used to be a musical joke, didn't it? Cross-dressing. It was cross-dressing, and the media ridiculed you. Like a year later, Caroline Cossey, who's Chula from the Bond girl in Fiora's Only, she was in the paper, and the press absolutely handed her. It was disgusting, and how she survived that, I'll never know. But you see that and you thought, oh, I better withdraw it a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think even being homosexual was criminalized until the 70s or 80s in the UK.
Yeah.
So let alone being trans.
Oh yeah.
I'm aware of the fact that dressing up as men, especially men, dressing up as women during comedy shows or during TV variety, Royal Variety, as it called?
Yeah, it's variety.
Variety.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, it was considered as fun, right? It was considered as jokes, comedy. But if once you did it in your private life, it was like they're weird and there's something wrong with them, the outcast of the society. And there was, no representation, and trans women were ridiculed for just existing
Absolutely.
and trying to live their authentic lives. So I can imagine how hard it must have been for you knowing that you are trans. You just told us you've been dressing up since you were 11. So it's been always in you. But you had to put your transition or coming out on pause, right?
Yeah, I did, because back then, when I knew, it was the era of, like, in the 70s in England, it was like, and I live in Kent, in South London, yeah. It was the era of, like, punk rock music and a bit of uprising in the UK, really, really bad, like, yeah. And it was worse. You had, like, things like the National Front, which is like it was really proper far right, yeah. It was really, really horrible. So you'd have got ridiculed on the street, beaten up and that. So I had to put it beside me and just get on with life. I knew what I wanted, but I knew I couldn't. At the time, you just couldn't do it. I never saw a way out. So, obviously, I got into. I thought, I'll toughen up a little bit. I was a decent enough footballer and got on with it.
How did you deal with it as a boy, teenage boy, with the football? Was football like a form of therapy for you, escapism?
Yeah, it was, and it has been all my life, really. I'm a huge Chelsea fan.
Chelsea fan.
Yeah, up the Chelsea. But I was a reasonably good football player as well, and I was quite loud. And because I got bullied a little bit when I was at school, the first couple of years, they didn't bully me after that. But I got away with it. Football channeled my aggression. It was like an escapism. I could be me, let go of my frustrations and like, not being funny, I acted like an idiot, I must say, because like when you get in the dressing room, the banter is like completely different.
Yeah.
And obviously I've got a nice range of vocabulary. But no, I enjoyed playing football, obviously, but it was my escapism, and it is my escape. Going to watch Chelsea as well, and obviously playing football. And I played football right up till recently.
How did you feel on the field as a young boy?
I felt great. I felt me, because because I love, like, if you do something you love, it's good. Yeah. And yeah, I was all right. But where I had so much anger inside me, it channeled.
The anger and frustration, as you described, Daisy, where did it coming from? Was it a sign of you not being able to live your life authentically?
It was a sign of everything, really, because when I was young, I don't know if I've told you, my dad didn't take no notice of me till I was 13 and hit me with a belt and that. And then my dad went to prison when I was 10 for 6 months. Well, he was away for 4 months. And then he got out, and I was hanging around with the naughty boys, yeah. And then they tried to rob houses now. I wouldn't do that. So I backed away. And as a young boy, when you back away from a big bunch, they start hitting you. It's all, like, back in the 70s, it was all about violence. They used to fight you. So I used to have a fight before school about 3 times a day, different people. Toughens you up. But nothing hurt me, because my dad used to hit me with a belt. No one could hurt me. That's where I got this nose. And I just channeled, football got me out of that, really. It channeled it. I can tell you something traumatic that happened to me that changed me completely. But we do that a bit later. Yeah, I'll come to that a little bit later in the thing, yeah.
Or you can talk about it now if you want to.
When I was 13, literally, what happened was, when I was 13, midway through fighting these people, I had a friend, and he stayed around my house, and I know I'd hid this for years, and it was really hard, like, to have therapy to realise it wasn't my fault. He raped me at knife point, I was 13 years old,
Wow.
1979, yeah? And it changed me for the worse for a long time, for 3-4 years, made me volatile. Yeah, I'd react on everything, like, yeah. It caused me to, it caused me to get expelled from schools, a couple of schools. It was like a chain reaction. So I was frustrated. I knew what I was with my gender. I was frustrated with my dad eating me and not noticing me. And then I got raped, and that was a nightmare. But it all culminated, the actual bullying culminated in, I don't know if anyone remembers, they might remember watching, I was 1979, like I said to you, it used to have school assemblies, and used to have about 800 children in there. And this guy had said something to me before we went into assembly. And halfway through the assembly, with the teacher speaking, 800 kids there. It's funny now, it wasn't at the time. I got up in the mid-assembly, went over and beat him up.
Wow.
And walked out of school. And I was walking home, and my dad come up in the car. He said, "Get in." And he said, "What's going on?" And I told him. And it's the first time in my life my dad started to take notice of me. From that day onwards, my dad was my best friend.
Wow.
To the day he died. Absolutely bang on, fantastic. But yeah, and then nobody wanted to touch me in the school after that, and that stopped the bullying then and there. But it didn't stop the frustration, didn't stop the anger, because I couldn't tell my parents I'd been raped. The shame of it, the stigma, especially in 1979. Yeah, the shame, the stigma of it. I told my brother recently, when I actually dealt with it. I only dealt with it. My therapist Jackie got me back for it. Said it wasn't my fault in that. In that, my brother said I turned from a really, really happy boy into an angry, reactive, volatile teenage boy, and I was like that till I was 16.
Daisy, what exactly did you say to your dad when he picked you up in the car?
I said, "Dad, I've been bullied for the past 3-4 months. You know, I've been having fights. People have been coming around and fighting them before and after school." I said, "This is what happened." I said, "Dad, I thought hanging around with them, but when they wanted me to rob houses, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go to prison. I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want to let you and Mum down." And he just said, "Well," he said like that, "you're not letting me down. You're not letting your Mum down." And he said, "I'll deal with it." And it's the first time he went into the school and actually backed me, because he'd never backed me before. And he was really, really good, really good. He went in and said to him what's gone on, and he come out and he said, "You're not going to school for a week." I said, "Have I been suspended, Dad? Am I going to get punished, Dad?" And he went, "No, you're not." He goes, they can deal with it." He said, I'm not having this." And my dad sat me down and spoke to me and told me what was right, what was wrong. And he was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. Obviously, I couldn't tell him I'd been with being raped and that, but he was absolutely brilliant.
How old was this person who raped you?
Same age as me.
Same age like you. And did you see him every day?
Beforehand, yeah.
And then?
I didn't see him for a couple of years, because obviously I didn't want to know him afterwards.
So he wasn't from the same school?
Well, he'd got moved into it was a boarding school he got moved into, because he was a little bit naughty. Then I see him when I was 16.
What happened then?
I hit him.
You hit him?
Yeah, and that's where I got better. And I proper, it may not seem right, but I was 16, so it was 1981, 82. So it's letting go. And then I forgot all about it. Once I'd done that, I forgot all about it, and I blocked it all out for all these years up to last Christmas.
Wow. What changed last Christmas?
Well, not this Christmas, just gone, the Christmas before.
Yeah.
I was having an innocent conversation with a friend, and she said about what happened to her when she was at school, and she got sexually assaulted, and it went ping back to the front of my mind, and it started stirring around this year. I don't know if the HRT made it worse, yeah, but it sent me into a downward spiral, and that was when the cyproterine was in, and my therapist Jackie, I think you might know, I don't know if you know Jackie, but yeah, she was brilliant, and she sorted me back out quickly, really quickly, and here I am, back happy.
Have you done many sessions in therapy?
No, I didn't do the one.
Just one.
Yeah,
Just one. That's all it
yeah,
took.
yeah. It took Jackie. Jackie's amazing. She just got it out of me. She just got out what was wrong. What was wrong? It's not your fault. And she made me see that it wasn't my fault, and that's what I was doing. I was blaming myself over all these years. I've done nothing wrong.
How did the rape affect your life until now, until this point? Because you said you kind of forgot it, but obviously your body doesn't forget this, right? Your body doesn't forget trauma, even though your brain might. When you look back at your, let's say, the last 40 years or 50 years between the rape and now, do you think it affected you in some ways?
Of course it did, especially them years, 13 to 16. I said I got expelled from 2 schools. I did not give a shit. Honestly, I didn't give a shit. I was like toughened up. I wasn't nice to be around, and it really affected my schooling. I was in all the top classes, even though I've got undiagnosed ADHD that got pointed out later. I was in all the top classes, but I was really horrible. I was naughty.
Anger,
yeah. But teachers, it's funny, a couple of teachers who knew me when I was at school, and I got expelled from 2 schools, said, he's a really nice boy, you know, and I really was. I was polite to the teachers, but I didn't give it. I wasn't interested. I just lost it. That was my downward spiral. It cost me my education, really, my chance at life. I think so. And then when I could have done so much better. I've got 3 children, got 2 girls, and I've got my son. He's autistic, but he's fine. He's got Asperger's syndrome, if anyone knows that.
will you ask them to call you grandma or a mum, or would you keep it dad and granddad? When was the moment when you realized, I'm not a cross-dresser, I'm a trans woman? And okay, let's move to your marriage. You got married when?
1988.
1998?
88.
88.
Yeah, I got married in 1988. I met my wife in 1986, and I dated her for 6 weeks, and like my usual girlfriends, I ghosted them, which is called ghosting. I didn't used to like chucking girls, and I didn't like being nasty. I wasn't nasty to girls. I was really nice. And I went on an 1830 holiday to Benidorm. I had a good time, and then I came back, and my wife was following me around. I'd left it for a few months. And I thought, all right. And I realised that I loved her. So we properly got together again, and we're possibly going to get married in June 1990. But in 1987, she fell pregnant. And back in them days, there was a little bit of stigma being a single parent. I was 22, Dawn was 17 when we got married, only by a few weeks. And we got married in January 1988, and had my daughter 4 weeks after my wedding. On leap year day.
Wow.
88, yeah. But no regrets. I can honestly say I love my wife. With my heart, I still do. I'm crazy about her 40 years later. But I'm just going to be different, that's all.
Yeah.
I've got children. I've got 3 children. Got 2 girls, and I've got my son. He's autistic, but he's fine. He's got Asperger's syndrome, if anyone knows that. Dyspraxia, dyspraxic speech, and that. But he's really good. He's blind in one eye. poor love. And I've got 3 grandchildren as well now. Like, I've got a grown-up grandson.
How old is he?
19.
19.
Yeah. And my other 2 are all boys, and my other 2 are 12, 3 weeks apart. It's lovely.
Do you spend a lot of time with them?
Yeah. Do you know what? I try to, because I try to keep myself young. So I like having a laugh with them and making them laugh. And if they want something, they can have it. It's not. I'm like any normal grandparent, I'm father, really. Father and grandfather. I love my kids. I dote on my kids. Even now, I said the first time I held my eldest in my arms, I looked down, looked in her eyes, got a photo on my phone, which is there now, my eldest, and she's like 38, like I said to her in a few weeks' time, and I just look at her, and I remember that time I just looked at her, and I just fell in love with them. I seriously love my children. Unbelievable. You're just like, wow, best thing that's ever happened to me. Absolutely the best thing that's ever happened to me.
And when you come out, once you come out, will you ask them to call you grandma or a mum, or would you keep it dad and granddad?
Listen, I'm their father. Whatever happens, but my gender doesn't come into it really. I don't think. I'm going to be a woman. I'm a woman. No, I'm always going to be dad and granddad. That's who I am.
Yeah.
That's who I am. That's what I want to be. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going to say. I'll say mum. They might say Daisy.
Is it?
But no, I'm always going to be dad, granddad. That'll never change. Hopefully, I can still have a relationship with them.
Yeah. So now you're on hormones. You've been on HRT since July, August last year. You are about to come out to your family. What are your expectations, or maybe hopes for your new life, your new chapter now?
Well, my expectations is obviously being my age and being as I was, because I was like proper lively, proper thing. My expectations is, because as I'm about to come out, it's to fear the worst, expect the worst, but that may not happen. So obviously I'm prepared to that. Obviously could be kicked out, my home. That could happen. But I've got a friend and I've got a place to go to if need be. Ideally, it wouldn't come to that. I just want to live my life, stay happy, be as Daisy, my business, and earn the money, and I'll support the family, whatever. If I have to get out, leave the family home, I'll make sure that I wouldn't leave my family destitute. I wouldn't leave them without money. That's one thing I won't do. I'm not prepared to do that.
How are you going to come out?
Well, it's not going to be a big fanfare. I'm not going to go, here I am.
Sit them all down?
Yeah. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down with my wife there and tell her how I feel. That, there's something been going on the past year or so. You've seen some changes in me. I've got to tell you what's going on. And I'll come out for her and I'll tell her I'm a trans woman, I'm transgender, and I'm transitioning. And I'm already on HRT, which might be a little bit of a... But she must...
She might know, yeah.
Yeah, she must know.
Yeah.
She must know.
Yeah. And then you're going to tell your children separately or all together?
Get them all together, I think. And that might be a bit traumatic. Yeah. But I'll tell them they're grown up. They've got their own ideas, their own beliefs. And I can see my middle daughter, my middle child, my youngest daughter, she, like I said to you, she messaged me and said, I love you, whatever, and because she's noticed something's going on. I think she'd be fine.
Yeah.
My eldest daughter, I'm not so sure. What I don't want is to tell her, and then I just want to keep it private for a little while once I come out, It's just my family's business. It's not. I don't need to go everywhere. But I'm more frightened that my Gemma's a bit of a gossiper. And
you just mentioned her name again.
Oh, sorry.
You can just say.
My eldest daughter's a bit of a gossiper. And she'll tell her best friend, who'll tell her daughter, who'll tell everyone. Yeah. So that's my biggest fear, that everyone will know. I think my son, he won't take it too well because of what he's got and what we do together, but what we've done together over the years. But I've got to do it. My grandsons, I'm not so sure. I think the oldest one might be a little bit. I think the other one will be all right. At first they'll be shocked, and that might not have nothing to do with me for a little while. Like my oldest grandson might not, but hopefully they'll come round. But the thing is, I will say is I've been a really, really good parent and a really, really good granddad. Yeah, I've done everything supported, nurtured them. I was always there, always, and they've always said that. So hopefully it'll go well.
Yeah, I'm crossing all my fingers for you.
So am I.
What you're about to do is incredibly brave, and honestly, I wish you all the best. I'm super inspired by our conversation today. You also mentioned you have a business. What do you do?
Electrical testing. And that's going well. It's in its infancy still. I've got a business partner, Jolie, who's really lovely, my business partner. We're pushing it around a little bit on the internet, and we seem to have got a couple of contracts now. And if they come off, this other one comes off, we will be laughing, and hopefully that'll be good. And then I can, instead of going out there and doing the testing, I can fade into the background a little bit and oversee it and earn the money. Obviously, that's what we all want to do, and have engineers working for me. Then I ain't really got to do much, just oversee it really and do the background stuff, and I can transition in peace.
Yeah, another reason to cross my fingers for you.
Yeah.
Lots of exciting things going on. Before we go on Patreon, and I'll ask you my last question, wondering, there's still one thing that is not really clear to me. When was the moment when you realized I'm not a cross-dresser, I'm a trans woman? Because that's quite something that we were talking about, but we didn't mention clearly. So I'm really wondering.
I knew, but not with certainty. I've hid away for so long. I hid my any cross-dressing. I just put out the window for years and years and didn't even cross-dress. In November 2024, I went to see Jodie at the boudoir. The lovely Jodie. She's been my inspiration. She's like, no Jodie, no Daisy. Simple as that.
Wow.
But I see her. I was overweight, and I see her, and I see me in the mirror. Jodie see what I was straight away. Jodie's brilliant. She's an expert. And I looked in the mirror and I see me. And I went, oh, yeah. At first, I was really not happy with brilliant photos, but happy with how I looked. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to book another appointment and go back and see her in January, see how I feel. I knew I felt I got to. I'm transgender. I knew it straight away. Yeah, I knew what I was. And then I booked another appointment to see her in January, and it went bang. I looked at it and I knew what I was. That was the moment I knew for 100% sure that I was transgender. And obviously, I went to big night out, which is Pink Punters in March, and I've done karaoke, which is quite funny. I was sober as well. Yeah, it's quite funny. But the really, really big moment I knew I had to transition was I went to Sparkle, which is in Manchester. That was at the end of June. I just got back from Turkey after having my teeth done. And I spent a weekend as Daisy. And I was walking around smiling, happy, and talking to people. Everyone was coming up to us. It was really lovely. I just felt me, but it was just clarity, boom, straight away. On day, this is who I am. I'm so happy. I've got to transition. Yeah, I knew I was transgender. That's the moment I knew I had to transition as well.
Right.
So I did. I see Anne Health I'd already seen the doctor in May to go on from you, but the proper moment I had to transition was then, and I see Anne Health in Sparkle, talked to him, and I got back and rang him up, and we went from there. But I knew then, that was a moment I actually really knew 100% sure what I was, what I wanted, what I had to do, and I've done it. I wouldn't have got my teeth. Wouldn't have necessarily got my teeth done in January, started in January, if I wasn't going to transition. It's all part of my transition. It's all part of my goal.
Yeah. Amazing. Last question before we go. I know we have lots of trans women who are in closet and who are scared to come out, who might be 60 like you, who might be 50, 70, basically later in their lives. And they are scared, they are hesitant, they don't know what steps to take, or they are scared to come out to their families. What message would you have for them, Daisy?
Listen, you can't live your life as a lie. You've got to be honest to yourself. You've got to be true to yourself. You've got one life. You've got to live it and be happy authentically. Live your life authentically. There's a lot of fear in it. I'm frightened, and I have been. I am scared. But you'll overcome that. It's going to be a big change in your life. But if it's what you want, you've got to be 100% sure that it's what you want and what you are. And if you are, do it. Don't hesitate. Don't delay it. Don't delay it because it might offend my wife, it might offend my partner, it might offend my auntie, my uncle. Do it for you. Do something for you in your life. And that's what I'm doing it for. It might sound selfish, but you've got to do it. You've got to be authentic. You've got to take that risk, take that chance, and your happiness. Yeah. I'm 60. I look at myself in the mirror. If you see me now, you can see how happy I am. Yeah, really happy. And you can see it in my eyes, you can see it in my smile, you can see it in everything I am. And that's because I'm being my authentic self. This is me. Do it. Just take that chance. If you're 100% sure, but you've got to be 100% sure that's what you want. Don't delay it. Do it.
Thank you, Daisy.
Well, very welcome, my lovely.
It was incredible to hear your story. You're an incredibly brave person, what you've been through, where you are now. What a turning point right now. What an exciting time to be here with you before you come out. I'm sure you're going to inspire so many other trans women or anyone who's watching right now. And I can't wait to talk more about your life over on Patreon. Well, that was all for the first part of this episode. Make sure you go over on patreon.com/transcrush, where me and Daisy are going to talk about her life without the filter. I'll see you there. I know you were cross-dressing and dressing up since you were 11. You mentioned earlier on Trans Crush, but how is it for you finding your own sense of style and your fashion? Yeah. Right? Would you say the hair is finer?
Yeah. Yeah. And the question everyone asks, and I do get asked it a lot, about surgery, bottom surgery.
Do you feel you have gender dysphoria with your penis right now?
And I come back to Jodie's like to get changed because I like to go home. And I cried. I just didn't want to get changed.
And did you have any form of dysphoria, let's say, in your 20s, 30s?
Yeah, of course I did.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I was a father then.
Basically, without a filter here today.
Yeah, bang average. But I just want a vagina. I just want to be complete, and I think that will complete me as well.